We had the full moon last night, right?
We sure did. Still shining pretty bright out there this morning. Sun's not coming up for about another hour or so. Our story for today, though, of course, is going to be a continuation of the warm and the humid, feeling more like summer instead of like early spring. Temperatures way up in the 60s to get started. Going to make it way up into the 80s this afternoon, and we're likely going to keep it probably way up in the 60s again overnight tonight into tomorrow. And then maybe one more day of all the warmer, more summer-like feel on Friday before we start talking about a little bit of cooler coming our way, and then maybe a lot of cooler coming our way. There is some possibility for some dense fog in our westernmost areas from like Franklin County and Liberty County and west. I think the story, though, today, some patchy fog and just the warm and the muggy like we've been having. It's 66 right now in Tallahassee and in Thomasville. It's 69 in Valdosta. It's encouraging to see a little breeze, not much, but just a little bit to stir things up so we don't get the real thick fog this morning. Haven't seen a lot of real low visibilities just yet. The lowest temperature I see is Quincy at 61. Camilla's at 68, so is Perry. We're down below 70 now just about everywhere, as opposed to maybe 15-20 minutes ago when we had several spots still at 70. Now that breeze coming in from the south, it's going to continue to bring in the warm, muggy air, so not a lot is going to change for us today. Here are those visibility numbers. Everybody better than 5 miles, so we're doing okay with that. Now, to our west, that line of showers that extends down into eastern Texas and up through the Tennessee Valley, this is where the next boundary is. That boundary is trying to make more progress east and even south. It's going to take a while for this to be able to make any real progress, and as little pieces of energy ride along that, that's when the rain chances reach their highest. So now for us, I think we could find a couple of sprinkles, maybe today or maybe tomorrow, but the best chances are going to be later in the day on Saturday, and it feels like still north and west of Tallahassee for those best chances, but we'll see if that boundary can make maybe a little bit more progress. Here's the future cast by like this evening, maybe a couple of sprinkles north and west. And then tomorrow, yeah, maybe a few more showers. And just because I'm saying the best chances are north and west doesn't mean south and east can't get some showers. It just means I expect more to the north and to the west. And as we get to Saturday, I still feel like Saturday afternoon is that best opportunity for everyone to see the most rain. And of course, that is going to have an issue heading over to Augusta, where the Masters will be played. It could be a really soggy Saturday there. It could be a pretty soggy Friday there, too. As far as our forecast on the Gulf goes, the winds stay pretty light today, less than 12 knots, and the sea's less than 2 feet. Most of us this morning in the 60s, climbing into the 70s. Another warm start this afternoon, another warm finish. Wouldn't surprise me at all to see 87, 88, 89, just like we saw yesterday. And then tonight into tomorrow, we're going to keep it way up in the 60s. We'll keep it muggy the sunset time just before 8 p.m. That 7-day forecast wants to bring some changes. Now, we got to get to the other side of that boundary. Even if that boundary stalls where it is and eventually fizzles out, that will allow some cooler air in. It'd be great if the boundary could just move across the area and be done with us. We'll have to watch and see how that unfolds. But at this point, Saturday looks wet. Easter Sunday looks a little bit chilly.